Yes, we're having a special 9 o'clock hour broadcast here on Breakfast Central on the Friday. That's because we've decided to put a hold a little bit on the front pages of the newspapers where you can call in just to have this conversation. The Obidient Movement has publicly denied endorsing Governor Charles Soludo for a second term in office and has reaffirmed its backing for Dr George Moghalu of the Labour Party. In a statement signed by Dr Yunusa Tanko, the national coordinator, the movement described the report as a desperate attempt to exploit the name and credibility of the Obidient family for political gain. The movement made it clear that it has not endorsed, authorized or supported Governor Soludo or any other candidate outside its known position. The movement made it clear that it operates by truth and transparency, not propaganda. Any claim suggesting otherwise is false and should be disregarded. That's end of quote or end of statement put out there by Dr. Tanko. Anyway, joining us for this discussion is the beneficiary of the endorsement himself, the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in the November 8 Anambra governorship election. Dr. George Moghalu joins us this morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, and thanks for having me.
Great. First of all, how did you feel knowing that you've been endorsed by the Obidient Movement? They publicly affirmed support for you and disowned claims that it endorsed Soludo. How did you feel, first of all, you heard that claim that the Obidient Movement had supported the current governor?
No, I didn't take it serious because I know that the Obidient Movement has publicly endorsed me. The leader has endorsed me, and they issued a statement to that effect, and I'm aware, fully aware, that I've been endorsed. So when I saw that, I saw it as a joke, too far. But I still had to ignore it because I knew that the Obidient Movement themselves will respond and present the actual position as it is, which I thank God they have done.
All right. And I mean, let's talk about the fake news. I know you said it's fake news, but where do you think it emanated from, and what do you think the purpose of that, seeming fake intelligence about the endorsement of Mr. Soludo was?
Oh, well, like I did say, I didn't consider it an issue because talk is cheap and is free. Anybody can come up and say whatever he or she likes. But it's also important to get issues properly situated in their proper perspective.
Now, Doctor.
And then corrections made where misinformation is presented. So for me, I know that that's not a true position. I know it's not honest as it is. Somebody may have wanted to take advantage of a brand and then use it to his personal gains. So for me, it was no issue at all.
Now, Dr. Moghalu, the November 8th elections are just a few weeks ago. Want to know how your campaigning has been going on and what feelers you're getting, and also how do you rate your chance in going up against an incumbent governor in a state that has been consistently won by APGA?
Well, the truth about it is that our campaign has been going on since we started, and we have maintained the consistency so that we'll be able to keep selling ourselves to our people for them to understand us properly and be able to place their trust and confidence in us. We've been doing what we're supposed to do, going from community to community, going from market to market, engaging critical stakeholders in the process of our trying to market ourselves and present our party's manifesto for them to have a buy-in and then work with us. Our chances are very high. You know that Labour Party in my state is organic. The followership for Labour Party is organic. People are very interested in Labour Party because they know what we stand for. And they know the antecedents of both myself, the candidate, and our leader of the party, who incidentally comes from Anambra State. So they know us very well, and they want to partner with us. So our support is organic, and we'll continue to expand the base until the election date comes on November 8th. Campaigns are still on until the 6th of November, and we will keep taking advantage of the days as they come by to sell ourselves and then talk to our people.
Okay. Are you in any way worried that the numbers have indeed racked up? Earlier on, you did have for the continuous voter, registration, it went from 2.6 now to 2.8. Are you worried that the more the numbers, the harder it will be to manage different polling units, especially by Labour Party? I'm asking this question because prior to now, in 2023, this was highlighted as one of the challenges the Labour Party had, not having the right people to man different polling units, either in the gubernatorial or be it the presidential elections. So are you worried now over 2.8 persons or voters looking forward to the election?
My worry is not about the numbers that keep coming in. I'm not worried about it. And it's fine. But my worry comes from the fact that what have we done to address voter apathy and the lack of interest of our people in the electoral process? And the reason, like I've tried to explain in many forums, is very simple. Our people have lost confidence in the electoral process and the electoral manager, which is INEC. So for me, that's why I keep saying that this is an opportunity for INEC to redeem its image. Our people have gotten to a point where they think their votes don't count. So why waste their time? If you check when we had 2.6 million registered voters, the incumbent governor was elected with just about 112,000. The total votes cast in that election was not up to 10% of the entire registered voters. What happened to the remaining 90%? It's a case of apathy. It's a case of lack of interest. It's a case of lack of belief in the electoral process. So we need to do something very drastic. And the only thing we can do is for INEC to organize a...
Mr. Moghalu, are you there?
Free, fair, credible, so that
yes, please go ahead.
And unless the votes of people count, they will not be interested in the electoral process. Once we're able to resolve this, a lot of people will show interest as to whether we are going to man our polling units this time around. Labour Party in Anambra State, in line with an INEC directive, we have uploaded our agents and we're going to man all our polling units, all of them comprehensively. We're going to man them, we're going to have agents to man the electoral process. We are, as far as the Labour Party is concerned, we're going to do what is expected of us and then leave the rest to the electoral managers for them to be able to do what is expected of them. And once they do that, I can guarantee you interest will rekindle, more people will come in. So fortunately for us, the new man now at the stable in INEC, he has an opportunity to set a standard. He has an opportunity to show that he has the capacity and ability to deliver on a free, fair, credible election come 2027.
There seems to be a lot of action now, towards as we're inching towards the gubernatorial elections happening in a few days. At this point, I think we're counting days. There's a lot of action online. I'd seen where they had said Mr. Soludo had broken the jinx. They talked about a public hospital in Fege, Onitsha South, the first public hospital there.
Pipe-borne water, first time
I saw
in 25 years.
pipe-borne water, first time in 25 years, even though that's been disputed, because there are those who are criticizing that, saying that Peter Obi, that there was Miri Obi at a point. So we're seeing a lot of actions online. And citizens cannot be deceived to think that, yes, the government might truly be working, but sometimes it's what we see online is just a means to convince citizens to vote them back into office. What are you offering in the Anambra that's different from what Mr. Soludo has given to the Anambra?
We are offering quite a lot of things different. Let me begin this way. We have a manifesto which we consider a contract between us and the Anambra, a 12-point manifesto, which addresses all the aspects of governance and our living. We talked about security, we talked about education, we talked about agriculture, we talked about health, power generation, youth employment and empowerment, women empowerment. So we talked quite about a lot within the manifesto, which we consider a contract, like I did say. So we're going to put strategies which we intend to deploy with regards to addressing the issue of insecurity and address it once and for all. We're also saying a few things about our education, which we think we have to rejig completely, because as it is today, our educational standard has drastically dropped drastically dropped, and something has to be done about it. I'll give you just a practical example. When P2B was governor of Anambra State was always first in anything that has to do with early educational contestation. Today, the last NECO result, Anambra came 26th out of 36. The last indices that was released on infrastructure that has to do with educational development, Anambra came 33 out of 36. This is unacceptable. If you look at our agricultural sector, what has happened there is practically nothing, because we have not developed one aspect of our agricultural value chain. We have not invested in agriculture. The opportunities we have in agriculture is lying fallow. Something has to be done. Our health system has also practically collapsed. A lot of work has to be done. We must separate theatrics. We must separate cosmetics from the real issues. Look at the infrastructure that they are doing in Anambra State. Go and look at the quality. In some instances, they start a road before they finish it. Part of the ones they have done collapses. This is the kind of infrastructure we experience in Anambra State. A lot has to be done. And let me tell you, there is no way you expect any economic development in any secure environment. We have a security challenge, a major one, and government appears to have lost it, because there's practically nothing they're doing and there's nothing they can do. The security outfit they created is part of the problem they have today, which they need to solve. And we have said what we will do, and we resolve the issue of insecurity once and for all, and it becomes permanent. The last records that was released by the Bureau of Statistics about those who has attracted foreign investment, Anambra was not listed because we have not attracted a dollar. Nothing is working. Never mind these things that we see on TV or social media. People are hired or contracted to sell propaganda to the people, and this should not be so.
All right, Mr. Moghalu, let's...
A government in power, what you use to campaign is what you have done, not what you will do.
Okay, so now let's narrow down this KPI for you. You've talked about education, security, women's health, and the health in general. There are many things that you've talked about that are not working that you intend to fix. Within the first 100 days of office, if you get into power, become the official governor of Anambra State, what are the key areas we expect to see immediate change within the first 100 days in office? And how can Anambra hold you to account? Because what we see a lot of the time is that people make promises, get into office. As soon as they get into office, it's almost like they've forgotten about the promises that they made. So narrow down the KPIs for us to the first 100 days and how we can, the people can hold you to account.
In the first 100 days, I will resolve the issue of insecurity. I have said it because I know what to do. I will resolve the issue of insecurity, and people will see the direction where we're heading to, and they will buy into it. As for holding me accountable, please look at my past records. I don't make promises I cannot keep. This is not my first outing in the public office. Go and check my record in Niwa. Go and check my record in Abia State when I served there in government. Even in the private sector, go and check my record. I am one, if not the only, politician in Anambra State that picks all his calls, takes all his text messages. So the issue of accessibility to me is guaranteed.
Okay, Dr. Moghalu, I know you've talked about guarantees right now. Is one thing for, like they say, politicians would give the guarantees, but once they get into power, it becomes a different story, but that's what people say. For us here as journalists, we also want to find out from you what you make of the other politicians who are equally vying for the same seat, because we've been talking about the incumbent. Well, let's focus on the APC. The APC has a very, very notable name, a businessman who many have said is very close to the youths as well. His name is Nicholas Ukachukwu, who is vying for the same seat. You also have Ezenwa for Jude of the PDP as well. Are you worried about these other politicians from the APC and the PDP? Because the focus might not just be on the incumbent, but what about the other ones who are equally vying for the same seat?
No, I have no problem with anybody. Ambition is free. Anybody can have ambition to pursue his agenda. The decision is still lies in the hands of the Anambra. It is Anambra people who decide who they want to lead them. So for me, anybody can. There are very many platforms. You just talked about two. There are about 18 of us in the race, and all of us are going to the same people. It's for them now to look at us, look at our past, look at trajectory, look at our records, look at our credibility of character, look at the programs we are coming with, and they'll be able to make up their minds on who they think will serve their interest better.
Okay. My next question will be, the Obidient base is actually also strong among the youths and urban professionals. Are you converting their energy to ensure that they turn out en masse to vote on that day?
No, the Obedients have demonstrated a commitment to my ambition and my project, for which I'm eternally grateful. Whatever I'm expected to do, I will do. They have interviewed me, they have questioned me, they've asked for my programs, we have discussed extensively, and they have moved into as possible. They know that it's important for me to win this election, and they are doing their best, for which I'm eternally grateful. Any support, any endorsement you get from any group is a welcome development, especially at this time, which we consider very critical.
All right. What would you say as, I mean, you've expressed strong optimism about these elections, but do you have any concerns about, things that maybe could potentially go wrong, and how do you maybe want to hold the electoral body to account to ensure that these things don't go wrong? What are your strongest areas of concern?
My areas of concern is about the election managers. That is INEC and the security agencies. That's just my area of concern. Once they live up to expectation, once they live up to their name, once they live up to the oath of office they took, once they are committed to the process, they deliver a free and credible environment, we also will play our part. Our business for now is to move around, talk to our people, canvass, present them with our programs, allow them to make up their minds, and then make ourselves available for them to choose who they want. The major problem, the major area of concern is INEC living up to expectation, is the security agents remaining practically neutral and be seen to be neutral and be able to provide a secure environment for us to participate in the process. So these are the only two areas of concern, because the moment these two are guaranteed, I can tell you the Anambra will come out and they will choose the candidate of their choice.
I want to say thank you so much, Dr. George Moghalu, for speaking with us. November 8th is just around the corner. We also will be looking forward to speak with other candidates as well. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you again, or maybe before the elections and also after the elections.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all.